So, in summary, if you just follow those, right, here's the buy zone. No questions? Okay. All right. So, like I said, you can't buy it here, but you could possibly sell it. And you can't sell it here, but you could possibly buy it. It just comes down to whether you're a bull or a bear. Pretty basic stuff. Okay. Cool. So that's Aussie dollar. There's an obvious place to buy, an obvious place to sell, and that is that. Another currency pair? All right. That doesn't look like anything interesting. Let's go here. All right. So how about that? That's where we left on the USD kitty cat. Huh? All right. That's kind of cool, right? Beast is just ripping the world apart, huh? Think of all the idiots that are chasing price around and they bought it and then they lost, then they sold it, and then they lost. So then they bought it and then they lost. And yet all you had to do was buy it support or sell it resistance, right? Look how easy it is. Support, resistance. You see everyone else is just losing money. And good riddance. I mean, that's how it's a zero sum game in our world, right? If somebody's that foolish to throw their hard earned money away because they lack patience or discipline, it's not your fault. It's how you feed your kids, right? Oh, hey, we're back on gold. This is the buy zone. Shields up, red alert. Right? Breakout retracement. Right? That's it. Breakout retracement. It's the same trade as over here with just a lot less risk. So that's 618 predicts 1382. But I think what you'd want to do, because it's a psych level, jam your stop and take a walk. Okay. Once this is up to, once you have, let's say at least $10, just jam your stop and let it run. Because if you get it right, it should go farther up, right? If you're a bull, because I'm imagining if you bought it, it's because you're a bull. Now I don't understand why, but all right, fine. That's your call. Okay, and then I see this as the obvious next challenge, right? To a bull. That puts you up to 1125. So you should get $25 out of this if you do it right and get some luck on your side. It's an aggressive trade. You're buying in a downtrend, which I never recommend. Yeah, I'm messing with you guys, man. The three rules. You guys are freaking out. What three rules? What? Dude, I'm messing with you. I'm joking. There are no three rules of easily turning $10,000 into $1 million in a year or two. That's just dumb. There's, you know what it is? Work your ass off and get really good at what you do. And then the third one is get lucky, or maybe have a long-term. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it is. Work your ass off, get really good at what you do, and conservatively do that for a very, very long time and slowly grow your trading account into something large. Those are the three rules. And if you can fall in love with what you do, it's it's even better. The three rules. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll sell you a webinar. Wouldn't that be great? Charge you $1,000. I walk in the room. The number one rule is there are no rules. Number two, never forget rule number one. Number three, work your ass off for a very long time and slowly grow your trading account. I'm done. And I drop the mic. Just drop it on stage. Like Ben Affleck, right? You ever, what was that one? Was it Boiler Room where Ben Affleck comes in? Your mom and dad thinks Forex is gambling. F you, mom and dad. Here's my Ferrari F40. That's a funny scene. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? It's a great scene. Act as if. Yeah, well, right on, Albert. I mean, we should get together and you should buy me dinner. Yeah, that sounds cool. Well, I'm glad you found success. Just remember, it could all come tumbling down. So we always got to get. Right. Yeah, you guys want to do the Cape Town thing, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm due. I haven't been to Africa in a year, so. Yeah, that's right. You got it. It's a great movie. Yeah. All right. All right. So tell me, what do you want to do? How much time do we got left? We got like a half an hour left. I am your humble servant, guys. I am your humble servant. How can I help you? What currency pairs do you want to cover? What type of trading strategy would you like to do? Hey, look at that. My millionaire friend in Cyprus just came online. Loving life and living large. Says something about his 599. I'm like, is that the one with the 612 displacement? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I have a question. Can you put golf clubs in the back? He's like, I don't know. We don't golf in Cyprus. Oh, well, I don't know why else you'd buy a 599. Come on, guys. Anything else? How can I help you? We got a half an hour. Let's fill it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do kitty cat one more time. Kitty cat. Oh, I guess I have it on this one. All right. So, what do you know for sure here? Tell me the known. Well, we don't know what's going to happen there, right? So there's like, how do I talk? There's a fixed strategy and a variable strategy per se. The fixed strategy is you cannot buy it there. You see what I'm drawing? Let's break it through. Just make sure you understand like the basics here. Okay. Here I'm looking at, significant pullback, higher high, or a higher low, I should say, followed by a higher high. So this is suggesting that you break above and that support is holding, and this high is higher than that high, so you're buying the next low. So you're supposed to be sort of long off support over here. And then I draw it coming up here. Well, what that tells you is when you're up here, the hard rule or the fixed strategy is not buying. That's fixed. You can't change that. You know one thing for sure is you can't buy that. So what's the variable? What's a variable strategy? Well, if you happen to be a bear and the way that it behaved after NFP, you could sell it. Doesn't seem like they're marking it that way, but anyways. Okay. So if you're the longer term bear, let me change the view here. That may be no good. Hang on, let me try zooming in. It's not quite right. Let's do 30 minutes. Even 15. All right. If you're a bear on this, then instead of all this price action on the smaller time frame that I have, your trade plan is simply this. Okay, it dropped after NFP, and you're going to sell the sweet spot. In this case, the 618 Fibonacci retracement, and you'll probably take it down to the next pivot cluster. Okay, the 1382 predicts here anyway, so that actually tells you our old target actually, but whatever. That's what is being suggested here. Your sweet spot on the retracement is here. Okay, that's all that's happening. Okay, now in the world of reverse fibs, a bull is going to want to buy the opposite, but I caution you on that because again, as a bull, you should have a career of buying at support, not just buying random price action. But somebody could reverse fib this, and we call that fib wars, where the bottom of the area is where people are buying, and the higher part is where people are selling. What happens? Well, that ends up being nomad's land. Okay? If you're in this area and buying and this area selling, you're just going to get ripped to pieces in crossfire. Okay? Because as a true bull or bear, you're supposed to be buying the lower supports or selling the higher resistance. You don't want to get caught in the middle in nomad's land. It's dangerous, right? This is trench warfare. I'd rather be in this trench way down here than here. That's too close to the fire, right? Okay. What do I think of the Ikimuku related strategies? I don't know how to trade them. I know people that do, that I respect. Um, my understanding is it started on the USD yen daily charts. Okay. So over time, it's obviously grown to other currency pairs and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Do I have anything against it? No. Trading with a cloud? Sure, I get it. It's just like it's similar to moving averages. I know there's delayed and advanced ones and so it doesn't matter to me. It's just support and resistance. But um, I could, if you had to be a minimalist, I'd like to use my pivots and I'd like to use price action. I could get rid of my oscillator. I could get rid of the moving averages. And I don't even need Fibonacci. I can just eyeball all of that. So, so I'll get rid of my fibs. Oh, I can't do that here. Let's do objects. Let's name all these. Okay. Delete, 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 delete. Get rid of the horror line. Oh, that might be one I turn, so I'll leave that. Rectangles I'll leave, I suppose. Trend lines. I don't like trend lines. Delete, 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 delete. Okay. Okay. This is enough. This is all I need. I can live on this. Okay. I don't even need candlesticks. Let's just do it this way. That's enough for me. Now, maybe it's because I've been trading a long time. I don't need anything else. I'm happy. All right. Great question from YouTube from Alan. Let's say you want to buy at strong support. How much confirmation do you need? Guidelines when to pull the trigger, where to pull the stop loss. For example, on the time frame you're measuring your support and resistance. So like if you're a scalper, you're probably using 1 minute and 5 minutes, right? If you're a swing trader, you're probably using 1 hour and 4 hour, that kind of thing. If you're an intraday trader, you're probably using 15 minutes, whatever. Okay. The most conservative thing is to wait for either an oscillator crossover or a moving average crossover. Like traditional, if you've been trading with me for the last 15 years, it'd be like price comes down to support and then you get a 5-8 cross up on this 15-minute chart. I'd probably even cut the corner and do we're down here and then I get a 5-8 cross on a 5 minute. I might take it. Certainly on a 15. Okay. Um, Another way of doing it, depending the time of day and such, is just to put a working order there and just say, okay, we're going to buy it down here. Done. See? And then you're like, no, I think it's going to kick off here, right? And then I use I don't have it on this machine. I use an automatic OCO. It's an EA, so that if this gets triggered, the stop and the limit is automatically put into the market. Okay, so I already know my stop and limit. I might on a swing trade like this, I might say a stop 50 pips away and a limit 150 pips away, or a stop 100 pips away and a limit 300 pips away, knowing that neither of them are likely to be touched, so that in the morning when I wake up, I can then adjust my stop and my limit. Okay. So there's the two ways of doing it. I don't think you need a lot. I don't think you need a lot of confirmation when you have a hardcore trade plan. Okay. If you're buying at hardcore support and you're a hardcore bull, you know what you want to do. You want to buy in here. What more do you need? Oh, well, I need 17 different levels of confirmation. Yeah, price will be up here and you'll be at resistance. You'll be buying at resistance because you're slow as molasses on a cold Georgia morning. Right? You see what I mean? So I'd rather you get in at support and keep your stop near. Because imagine, let's say you bought here. You can see that this is clearly a roll reversal, right? Obvious place to buy it as a bull. Okay, great. Okay, and your stop is probably just below these pivots, or maybe just here. But if you buy now, let's say after confirmation, so let me zoom in a little bit. Let's say you buy up in here, your stop is going to be in the same place. So do you want to buy here after confirmation and your stop is 100 pips away? Or do you want to buy here and your stop is 30 pips away? Well, if you know what you're doing and you're trading in the direction of the trend, if the trend fits your market bias, then you might just buy with a limit order. You're aggressive in. You're just like, put me in, baby. Okay? If your bias is bullish, but the market is generally bearish or just sideways, play it a little more conservative. And then if it's moving sideways, use your oscillators if you have oscillators. In this case, I don't have anything but a line chart and pivots. So I just want to buy in here. And if we get close to my yellow zone, let's say if we get close to 134 psych level, because that's really what's in play here, then drop into a 5-minute or a 1-minute chart and look for evidence. Can you see here that there's something going on? So really, this is your new buy zone, right? If you're scalping, you guys know how to scalp, right? So you do up, down, and then up into here if you're a bull. Now notice if you're a bear. You see how easy that trade was? Look how many lines I have on my chart. I have one line that says resistance. Now it's only 20 pips, but I've told you guys forever, you can't scalp without long-term charts. If you don't know what's going on a higher time frame, you can't scalp. This is a 1-minute chart, and 20 pips is like taking candy from a baby. The problem is it's not worth my time. It's like Bill Gates stopping to pick up a $100 bill. It's not worth his time. The time it takes to pick up a $100 bill, he made 10,000. So you might as well do something important with his life than stopping to pick up $100. Right? When a guy makes 10,000 a second, why would he stop to pick up $100? I don't make $10,000 a second. It's an example. All right. All right. Now what? So this is bulls should get ready to get long, and your stop is just lower than here. And bears are already short, as you can see. So where are these bears going to take profit? 34.50, midpoint psych level. This little here, right? Time to get ready, boy. Right? There's the bulls. There's the bears. Right? Fib wars, huh? Fib wars. I have no problem with you going bull. Okay. Okay. As soon as you see this rolling, oh, let me put it back. Remember, that is where near that, just above it, on it, or just below it, is where you want to get long, and your stop would just be underneath that somewhere. Looks like it's about 30 pips. Okay. Cool, right? Oil's falling. That's a shocker. Peso. Look at the cluster. Okay. Trade. It's jeopardizing my trade plan here. What's the trade plan? Cluster to cluster. Unfortunately, I went to cluster to that cluster. Okay. So check that out. The vulnerability here is this way. Huh? That's no good. And then if you were setting it up for a second chance bull scenario, that's here. So if you're a bull, it better get bullish, but that doesn't look bullish. Not on the 4-hour. The 1-hour's there. So you know what that tells me? Down, up, down, break. So it's going to go to the apex. So you might as well make a wedge out of it. So let's do it this way. Insert, shapes, triangle. Okay. Bottom. How do I want to do this? Top. And it's going to wedge us. It's not quite right. I might not have enough space on this time frame. Hang on, just trying to get my wedgie. That's going to bring it in there. Let's do it. Yeah. Boom. So what I'm suggesting now is that it's going to, let's complete it bottom to top. Okay. Down on the 1 hour. This is the 4 hour, but I'm thinking 1 hour. Then the 1 hour is going to run its course. And this is going to then get oversold. And then we get another down on the hour. And then we'll have the hour oversold, 4 hour oversold, and it's going to break out of the apex to the next level. Let's put it back there. But it's just not going to happen this week. So really, it's next week's swing trade that we're thinking about. Other questions? Come on, guys. Let's get involved. We got 15 more minutes. Let's squeeze some blood out of the stone, huh? Great questions, by the way, guys. There's a place where traders go to cry their losers away, and they call it Forex Town, where the losing trades stay. Going down to Loser Town, where the losing trades stay. Going down to Loser Town to cry my troubles away. Do you ever use dojis, bro? Yeah, why not? Here's the thing. Some guy wrote like 1,000-page book, and he says he translated it from Japanese and he brought it to the Western world. And the 1,000-page book costs like $400. Here's what it says. If you get reversal patterns at support or resistance, they're valid. If you get reversal patterns and they're not at support and resistance, they're not valid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so do I need dojis and stuff and hang him in? Oh, fine. Look, fine, whatever makes you happy. So it'd be like if I wanted to sell here and I see it's respected and a bounce, I'm going to sell the lower high. Do I sell because of a doji? No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. The most important thing on your chart is support and resistance. Okay? And then if you're going to do like a candlestick pattern, could you agree that that's a double top? Okay? There's a bit of a delay, so I'm going to assume you say yes. Well, then the way you treat a double top is to sell it on the retracement on the breakout. So I would sell there. Oh, look, it worked. Do I need a doji? No. Do I need fibs? You could. Pivot points? Yeah, helpful. Moving averages? All right, there's the 5A cross. There's another 5A cross. Fine. What about oscillators? Yeah, okay, yeah, you could sell that oscillator, sell that oscillator. Look, I don't know what you need. Okay? I don't know what you need to make a decision, but it's usually when you believe, and let's say last month, this was a pivot point, and you believed that that is going to be important, and then you see it as important. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if you need the doji. If you need a doji, then by all means, but trade something because you see a doji, it makes no sense to me. You don't need candlesticks at all to be successful. Now, can you use them in helpful ways? Oh, certainly. But if to reverse that, would I sell something because I saw a doji? No. If I saw a weakness at support in an uptrend, would I buy it? Hell yeah. If I saw weakness at resistance in a downtrend, would I sell it? Hell yeah. Would you, if you saw a doji there, would you do it? Yeah. If you saw a 5A cross, would you do it there? Yeah. Yeah. If you saw a oscillator rollover, would you do it? Yeah. 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 Would you see price action lower, 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 high? Would you sell it there? Yeah. 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 Right? Animal spirit is this idea to go out there and make money. It 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 actually, the animal spirit comes all the way back. Now you got me into an economics question, so this goes all the way back between the historic battle between Maynard, what's his name, John Maynard Keynes, and who else? Keynes versus who? Who was it? Who was the second guy? I think it was Oxford versus London School of Economics. We're going all the way back to World War II, ladies and germs. By the way, this person I'm talking about, which I'd like you to type the name in, was also hugely influential on Margaret Thatcher. Oh my gosh, Becky. Does anybody know? Friedrich von Hayek. Yeah. And so some of their debates had to do with animal spirits, but it's just it's it it's like, if you want to boil it down to contemporary discourse, it would be Wall Street's willingness to take risk. Okay? Yeah. Friedrich von Hayek versus John Maynard Keynes. Yeah. All right. Joe Forex on YouTube. Can you go over the Monday peso strategy again, please? Well, if you go to Traders Way, their YouTube channel, or if you just go on YouTube and search for, how to trade the Mexican peso and why, let's maybe do that. Or I think you can do C dot Traders Way, right? All right, cool. You can go there. By the way, will you subscribe? Whatever. La la la. MT4 tricks. Then let's do this. MXN. What? Oh, I probably called it peso, right? Peso. Peso. No. Well, let's do it up here then. Um, how to trade MXN and Y. Let's do that. Here it is. 12-minute Forex trading strategy. How to scalp the Mexican peso and why it works. So why don't you go there? Okay. Just do it there. It's 12-minute video. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And by the way, it's not every Monday. No, 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 no. It's the first of the month. So let's go back to that peso. So I guess we'll talk about it. How much time is left? I got 5 minutes. All right, we'll talk peso then. Peso, peso, peso. Here it is. Oh, wait, that was the peso. All right, cool. I think I took my old trade plan off then, didn't I? All right. I had a trade plan on here somewhere, but I guess it's long gone. I guess I changed the okay. I if you watch that video, let's preface it that way. If you watch that video, and if you find it, subscribe it and like it and share it. If you watch that video, it says that on this day, the USD peso is going to fall. What? But I made that video like a year ago. That's pretty lucky though, huh? Okay. If it also says that Mexican peso is going to fall here. Huh. That's cool. Boy, it's nice to know these things ahead of time, isn't it? People ask me, what it's like to be a currency trader, and I say, oh, well, you have to know everything, and then you have to accurately predict the future every single day. But besides that, it's easy. I'm like, yeah, well, if you know the peso is going to get strong, then what's the complication? I mean, shoot, who does it? Like, just does free videos like, hey, this is when the peso is going to get strong. It's free money. Show up, pick it up, buy me a cigar as a thank you, right? By the way, uh, 3 people this year bought me boxes of cigars. I thank you for that. Yeah, my wife don't like it so much, but I, when you live a stressful life, that's a great way to escape. So anyway, so it heads down, and here's the cool thing. It falls because I know. So I'm front running. I know that right around there, a $2.3 billion trade gets put into the market. Oh, what? Shh. Don't tell anybody. That's cool, huh? $2.3 billion trade. You know it's going to happen. So the only thing comes down to, the 2.3 billion, and that moves the peso. What we don't know is what's going on with the dollar. Now the dollar does lose on that transaction, but 2.3 billion, that's like nothing to the US dollar. So if the dollar wants to overtake the peso, it's going to happen, and 2.3 billion ain't going to stop it. Okay? But when the dollar's neutral or weak, boom. Ay, 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 right? Free money. And of course, I'm being a bit facetious. It's not free and it's not easy. There is risk associated with it. But when you do analysis and you think about things, and I do analysis and I think about things days and weeks and even years in advance. So sometimes it seems easy, but it's because I've worked so hard already. And some people like show up to the webinars and stuff that I do every day for Traders Way clients. And they're like, oh, it totally makes sense when I'm with Wayne. And then I go out in the market, it doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on. Well, it's because I've worked my butt off to get the knowledge and the preparation. And like, I'm bringing a lot to the table. And it seems easy because I've worked hard, right? I've prepared. And I've really thought about these things, right? So then it comes across as easy, but the hard work's already been done. So then I say, well, why don't you do the hard work? Why don't you specialize in a currency pair? Why don't you go to that, or not a currency pair, a currency? Why don't you go to that currency central bank website? Why don't you read absolutely everything you can? Download hundreds of documents and read them. And why don't you, how about this? Go to school for 6 years. I do 40 hours of study a week for Harvard. 40 hours a week. And I trade, and I coach, and I have a wife, and I have a kid, or 2 kids. I have kids, right? And I got other deals going on, like big deals. Like, wow. there's no way that I should be out hustling you because I'm your competition, right? Think about it, zero sum game. If I'm working harder than you, then what about the other people on the other side of the trade? This is where you should get motivated and say, holy moly, I need to do more. I need to be prepped. I need to have bias and trend analysis and various strategies are just like, I don't know, you just like need to amp up your game, not double it, but like magnitudes higher, right? You see what I mean? Oh, for the cigars, go to jrcigars.com and you can buy a virtual gift card that gets emailed to me. And then I can just buy whatever I want whenever I want. And usually I buy stuff I can share with the friends and stuff like that. So yeah, think of it that way, guys. Like if I'm just your benchmark, if I might be on the other side of the trade, then you need to be more prepared for it than me. Right? I open my book with the art of war, right? An, a general will win his battles because many plans were made. It's not what you do, let's say, that's supremely important. It's how prepared you are. And I think a lot of people they open their charts, they get to a 15-minute chart, and then they're like, buy, sell. Oh, I'll buy it at the weekly central. Oh, and you're just throwing trades down like a baby in the bathwater, just splashing and making bubbles, and there's a horrible mess everywhere. And what if the baby slips and drowns? Like, oh my God, right? It's like it's not what you are supposed to be doing. You need to be able to tell me what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do next week, what you're going to do next month. I know what I'm going to do in June. I know what I'm going to do in July. I know what I'm going to do in August. I know what I'm going to do in September. I'm thinking about Fed meetings, the rate of change in interest rates, what the ECB is going to do, what the BOJ is going to do, Brexit, no Brexit, Dutch elections, Spanish elections, Italian. I'm in it, man. I'm in it to win it. I love it, but I'm hardcore. I'm an overachiever. And I'm probably, if you want to put me in the category of like professional institutional investor, some guy that's been around a long time, I'm probably the biggest idiot. Like I'm the easiest guy to beat. I don't have teams of quants and PhDs banging out fundamental analysis for me. I have to do it myself. I'm not hiring $1 million consultants to come in that used to be a central banker, some guy that used to work at the Fed and hangs out with Jean-Claude Trichet, and Trichet says to this guy a few things about what he knows about his people, and they bring all this inside information to you. Like, I don't have any of that. But when I show up, I have a hardcore trade plan, and I'm going to execute it flawlessly, or at least I'm going to try. And you got to beat me. And the other guys, they have all those other resources we don't have, right? But the cool thing is, there are a lot of lazy people. There are lots of people that just throw down trades. There are lots of people that just react to candles. There's lots of people that don't do trade planning. Lots of people that don't understand like price action and pivot points and leading indicators and lagging indicators. There's lots of people that don't understand multiple time frames. There's lots of people that just know nothing about central banking, macroeconomics, economic data in general. And that's how we make our living because they show up, they don't know what they're doing, and they're throwing their money away. I bring this up because this might be you right now. You're the one that just shows up and throws money at the market, and you're all over the place, and it's a total disaster. You need to stop that here and now. Okay? Like now. That's it. It's no more of that. And what you should be doing is grab a piece of paper, pick one currency, not even a pair, One currency you want to trade for the next year. Is it dollar? Is it yen? Is it Swissy? Is it pound? Is it euro? Whatever. And then tell me, are you a buyer or a seller? If it's US dollar, what are you going to do for the next year with the US dollar? Are you a buyer or seller? Well, there's a lot of things that could happen over the year, Wayne. Well, dude, that's not an answer. Are you a buyer or seller? Are you a bull or a bear? Make a decision. And then once you've made a decision, let's say, oh, I'm a bull on the dollar. I think the Fed's going to raise interest rates and that's going to, okay, great, 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 great. Don't need to tell me why. Great. So whenever the euro's weak, sell euro dollar. Whenever the pound is weak, sell pound dollar. Whenever the yen is weak, buy USD yen. Whenever the Swiss is weak, buy USD Swiss franc. Whenever CAD's weak, buy USD versus CAD. When Aussie's weak, sell Aussie USD. You know exactly what you want to do. You bullish on the dollar, so you buy at support, right? In bullish moves for the dollar, and you sell at resistance, and you know what I mean? And you know what you want to do. You just don't know when and at what price. But the reason you do technical analysis is you know the price. Where would you buy it? Right? Where would you sell your Euro USD? Easy question if you can only do it at resistance. You see what I mean? It's easy if you make the decision. Trading and throwing down a bunch of trades, nobody pays you for that. A billionaire or a millionaire ain't going to give you money because you throw down a lot of trades. They pay you money because you make decisions, and they're solid, intelligent decisions based on knowledge that they lack, and you do the work that they either are not willing to do or just don't have the time to do because they're making millions doing other things. They're like, Wayne, you're a genius. I like your analysis. I like what you do. You're bullish on the dollar and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. I love it. Do it for me. Keep doing it for me. I want to pay you money to do that because you make good decisions and you carry it out through the charts. And I say, yeah, that's what I do, bro. I make decisions and I carry it out with action. And I'll do it for you all day, every day. So stop being the little baby in the bathwater, because eventually you will get tired splashing and making this whole mess, and you'll fall asleep and you'll drown. Dead baby at the bottom of the bucket. And with that, I wish you the best of luck as a currency trader. Thank you to FX Street. Thank you to YouTubers. Thank you for all those who are clients of Traders Way. Would you please stop by tradersway.com and open a demo account and get to see our back office, download our MT4, look at the different offerings we have, fixed spreads, variable spreads, ECNs, maybe chat with our customer service and give us a chance to earn your respect and loyalty. And by the way, when you do that, you have access to me on our daily webinars, and we can have conversations like this every day. Would you be willing to do that? I really hope so. Just give me a shot to earn your loyalty and respect. I won't let you down. Thank you, FX Street. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for those who are buying me cigars at jrcigar.com. Wayne at fxbootcamp.com will get me cigars. And yeah, so hey, look, I say it every day, but the world definitely needs to hear this every day. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Yep. And if you're interested in the swing trading program, yeah, we got 3 or 4 live sessions left. You can go to fxbootcamp.com. I don't like healthy gifts. I got healthy stuff. I want like awesome wine, awesome bourbon, awesome cigars. You know what I'm talking about? And by the way, it's healthy. It's tobacco leaves. That's it. There's leaves. They don't add and chemicals to them. They don't add like tar, and they don't add filters and paper and ugh. All right, I guess I'm gonna cut the stream. Thank you, everybody. Remember, if you want that peso video, just search it. How to scalp the peso and why it works. Just Google that. So, Michael, you're sending me cigars? Cool. I think it's jrcigars.com. I think that's it. All right. Take care, guys. Got to jump, babe. It's been real.